Hi, I'm Bridget Eslinger with the Health and Wellness Bootcamp, and today we are here with episode 8 of the Health Warrior series. We're going to talk all things vitamins and supplements and what you should know. So come back and join me. Welcome back. I'm so glad you joined me here today. We're going to talk all things vitamins and supplements and what you should look for when you consider getting a vitamin and supplement in your life. We're going to talk about what is a vitamin and what is a supplement, what our bodies need. So let's go ahead and dive right in. What's the difference? Vitamins are chemical compounds that the body needs for metabolic and DNA functions, and we can't create these ourselves. So we definitely need to get these from our food supply and get them into our body. There are one of the 5 micronutrients of other minerals, trace elements, the phytochemicals, and antioxidants. So it's just one leg of the things that our bodies try and create for us and that we need to get from our food supply. And I just want to pause right here and give you a little bit of my own personal thoughts on vitamins. Because they should come from our food source, and our food sources are sometimes, less than adequate now in today's living, as they were back in the hunter-gatherer days or with our ancestors. Our food supply is depleted. How we grow our food, how we process our food has completely changed from years ago. So it's even more difficult for our bodies to get the key vitamins and nutrients that we need from our food supply. So it is somewhat important that you, number one, know what your deficiencies are, and there's tests out there, and work with your primary care physician to understand what those are. And then also eat good quality food. If you're constantly eating processed food or going through a drive-through, eating at a restaurant, eating out of a box or a package or a can, chances are you are not going to be able to get the good quality vitamins that you need into your body, and you will become deficient over time. So that's just my own personal take on it. They are important. Remember, our bodies don't create these themselves. So we need to get that support from the food that we eat. So let's talk about the vitamins. So the A vitamins, right? Vitamin A is what supports our vision. The B vitamins, which is a whole suite of B vitamins, okay, is our energy. That's what supports our cellular energy. That's what gives us our energy to get up and move around and do the things that we love to do. Vitamin C is repair. And again, this is so crucial for the production of collagen. And if you remember, I talked about collagen. I'm a strong advocate of drinking collagen and putting collagen in your day-to-day life. It's the building blocks. It's a key protein in your body, and it's like the glue that holds you together. So without the vitamin C, collagen is kind of useless. Another key point here that I want to share with you is that collagen is depleted and is not produced well or held together well if we lack in our nutrients, in our day-to-day food, if we lack in our sleep. So again, it's all connected. We need to have that good quality sleep. We need to have great food in our body, and then everything gels together, and that glue can help hold us together. Vitamin D, we typically think of as our bone, right? It helps keep our bones strong. We think that we have to get that from milk. That's a myth. You can get vitamin D from the sun. That's where we need to get it. And chances are most Americans are deficient in vitamin D. We don't spend enough time outside, and again, we don't get it from good quality food sources. We have to get it from the sun or be supplemented with it, and that's one thing I would definitely ask your doctor to test you for, is your vitamin D level, and make sure that you have adequate vitamin D in your body. It also acts as if a hormone, and it helps regulate so many things. Our mood is one of them. So make sure vitamin D is checked in on and that you're getting adequate supplements in your body. body. Vitamin E is strengthen immunity. And again, we don't do that well. Our immune system is what keeps us strong, if you remember that from a previous episode. So again, all these vitamins we need, and they have a very distinct role in our body. And then our K vitamin is what supports our blood. So let's talk about supplements. So we have vitamins, now let's talk about the supplements, and sometimes people lump these together and they are distinctly different. So according to the FDA, a dietary supplement is a product that is intended to be taken orally to add further nutritional value to one's diet. So again, this is supplementing what we should be eating. Now remember, vitamins we should be able to get from our day-to-day food. That's where our body is seeking those vitamins from. Our body doesn't necessarily understand that when we take a supplement, that's where it's going to gain its vitamins as well. But in today's life, that's what's going to happen because, our food sources are so diminished. So supplements contain one or many of the following substances. Again, vitamins, right? Maybe minerals, trace elements, herbs, other botanicals, amino acids, supplemental proteins or carbohydrates, fiber, concentrates, metabolites, other things like that. Maybe some essential oils are obviously infused into some of the supplements people take. So that's the difference between vitamins, which we should get from our food sources, and supplements, which, yes, can contain some of those vitamins we spoke about on the prior slide. So let's talk about how we choose quality vitamins and supplements. And this is key. I cannot stress this enough. It's just like picking good quality food that we put in our body. It's no different than when you go to a store and you look for a vitamin or a supplement. So let's talk about what that means. Some of the minimum requirements, these are Bridget's minimum requirements when I go look for a supplement, or if I'm going to put something in my body and I want it to do something for me. I don't want to just spend money and have it come out the back end. It's like flushing money down the toilet, okay? So pay attention to what it is you're buying. Tested ingredients. Look for proof of third-party testing. So this should be on the bottle. It should say that there is third-party testing or a verified source by, something of that nature. And if it's not, perhaps there's a contact number and you can call the company and ask them how they control their product and if it is tested by a third party. Bioavailable formulas. Look for whole foods, again, over synthetics, formulations that don't contain preservative, fillers, dyes, gluten. We talked about that and how detrimental that is. Yeast and other common allergens. Read that ingredient label. Okay, so there's the key word. If I'm looking at a supplement and I pick something up off of the shelf and I turn that bottle around and there's just a bunch of gibberish, it's telling me about the company, maybe it's telling me something special about that supplement, but I do not see a nutritional label, I'm going to put that right back on the shelf. That is so key. When that company takes pride in their product, they're going to tell you exactly what's in it. Now, I'm not saying just because there's a supplemental label there that it's good, okay? They've taken the time to put it there. They're sharing with you what is in their product, but that does not necessarily mean all of their ingredients are what you're looking for. But they're going to divulge whether they have other fillers. And there, like we just talked about, there's preservatives, there are fillers, there's dyes, maybe colors, right? Some of your vitamins that you look at or your supplements are these beautiful colors. What is that capsule made out of? That's important, and we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. So look at that ingredient listing and know and understand what those additional ingredients are in addition to that supplement that you're actually looking to take. So recommended dosage. This is another key one that sometimes people miss a lot. When you look at that nutritional label, once again, you want to know how much of this am I taking? And you might be surprised to learn that some of those will say take 3 in the morning, take 3 at night, or maybe you take 2 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Perhaps maybe it says take 6 in the morning. I've seen it all. So when you start looking at, oh my gosh, I'm going to take like a whole handful of pills to get what I need, That's a little insane. And look at the cost associated with that. If you're really looking to get good quality vitamins or supplement your day-to-day nutritional intake with a supplement, no one understands what it is you have to do to get there. A lot of times people buy something, they think, I just have to take one pill a day and I'm good. They are doing some good, right? But are they really getting anything? Once again, are we just ingesting it and it's going right down the toilet? That's something you need to ask yourself. Look at the labels, read them, know and understand what it's going to take for you to get that volume of that supplement in your body. Standardized extracts, herbs and other granulars. Again, this could be what's in the product, and does it contain something that you perhaps could be allergic to, or better yet, some of these are good. Some of these are like essential oils. If they're infused in the supplement, some of those can do great things for your body. Does the product actually contain what it claims? I just talked about this. Here's the biggest example I can come up with you. Most fish oil supplements, your omega-3s, omega-6s, are diluted with large portions of soybean oil. Shocker, right? If you remember in a previous episode, I talked about one of the largest contaminated crops is soybeans. The other one is corn. So when we say that the supplements are, the filler is soybean oil, and again, that will be on that nutritional label. Look at that, and if it says other ingredients, soybean oil, you can guarantee that's the majority of what you're taking. You're really not getting the omega-3s or omega-6s that you're looking for. Vegan or vegetarian capsules, especially for people who adhere to dietary practices. Again, if you're looking for something that doesn't contain gluten and you're sensitive to gluten, or you're intolerant to it, better yet, or you have a strong allergy to it, such as celiac disease, that's important. So again, if there's no label, put it back on the shelf. If there is a nutritional label, read it. Read it and understand it. And if there's gray areas, and hopefully there's a contact information, call the company. The other thing I want to just share here is 9 times out of 10 in our big box stores and the supplemental aisles, they're filled with, a whole laundry list of companies that are trying to sell you nutritional supplements. I'm a strong advocate for good quality sourcing. Somebody who takes pride in putting on their label that it's organic. Look for that. They exist. And are you going to pay a little more? Absolutely, you're going to pay a little more. But I would rather pay a little more for something I'm going to put in my body and know and understand what it's going to do for me than just randomly pick something for $5 off the shelf that I have to take 6 pills a day of that are serving no purpose. So weigh your pros and cons and understand what it is you're buying. Again, okay, so I touched on this reputable company, strong reputation. They are all about your health. They have, here are some of the companies that actually follow this. Designs for Health, as I just mentioned. Standard Process is another company. Pure Encapsulation, which is who I support. That's the product I take personally. Thorn Research, Vital Nutrients, and Gaia Herbs. Another one that's not on here that I have recently partnered up with is Ancient Nutrition. Ancient Nutrition, I've actually met the founder and owner of the company. His name is Dr. Josh Axe. I carry his products. I highly, highly recommend him. And again, he just released a whole list of individual vitamins, so your K vitamins, your D vitamins, etc., omegas. Ancient Nutrition, you can look them up too. I would actually put him at the top of my list here. Supplements that meet these standards are typically not cheap. I just covered that. They cost more, but they are held to a higher standard and are more likely effective. So don't judge price alone. The best way to get your vitamins is, again, through our food, a nutrient-dense diet, spending more time outdoors for vitamin D. We capitalized on that earlier. Again, try and get there holistically. Don't try and get there through a quick fix or a magic pill. They don't exist, okay? I cannot stress that enough. They do not exist. Magic pills do not exist. This body is amazing and will do things for you if you will just give it the tools it needs to make it happen. So we always say, you've heard the saying, you can't out-exercise a bad diet, right? You could go exercise all day long, but if your diet is still garbage, right? You're still not going to feel great. You might change the way your body looks, but how you feel is not going to change. So I also want to share that the definition of healthy does not mean somebody who's lean and strong, because somebody who's lean and strong can be unhealthy. So don't look at that in today's society as the definition of healthy. Healthy is how you feel. Everyone is bio-individual. So take stock in yourself. How do you feel? It's not just how we look. That will come in time. We have to work from the inside out. Get the inside right. The outside will become beautiful right behind it. If we're so worried about what's happening on the outside of the body, how we look, and we are not worried about what we're putting inside of our body, you're going to spend your rest of your life trying to fix the outside, because the inside is what's going to help the outside bloom. So I'll leave this with you. You can't out-supplement a bad diet either. You can't out-exercise it, and you can't out-supplement it. You can take all the supplements, but again, if the inside's garbage, the outside's garbage. Here's some more information. Like I just mentioned, too much of a good thing can be bad for you. So if you're taking a lot of vitamins and supplements and you're trying to really push forward, maybe you're getting too much protein in your diet. Again, so we change our diets, the diet fads, the bob and weave of what's the new fad today that you want to jump on. Getting too much of something can actually have an adverse effect as well. So knowing and understanding what your deficiencies are just as important as what you're taking. And again, bio-individual, it's your body. Listen to your body. When you know and understand what your deficiencies are, what your allergies are, what your intolerances are, and you remove those, you would be surprised at how well you feel. In addition to that, as we talked about, the gentle movement, getting that exercise in your day-to-day life, that's just as important as well. Do some investigation on your own. Does your vitamin or supplement pass the test? So let's talk about, what does that mean? What does pass the test mean? I encourage you to do this. Now, this is going to take some time, but if you're serious about investing in your supplements, then take one, right? Go buy one that you feel like you've done your homework on. Bring it home. I want you to get a glass of water and make sure that it's about, body temperature, so 98.6 degrees. Put it in the microwave, warm it up, get a thermometer, get it at good temperature. You've got to be able to keep it about 98.6 degrees. Put your supplement in that water, and again, act as if that's our stomach. So I don't want you to take a fork and ram it and smash it, but put it in that 98.6 glass of water. Gently stir it, right? Stir the water just above the supplement, because it will fall to the bottom of your glass. Stir the water, let the water just gently agitate the supplement in the bottom of the glass. If that supplement, remember what is the capsule made out of, or the tablet made out of, if that capsule starts to melt or the caplet starts to dissolve nicely, and it happens rather quickly, bonus, you have a good supplement. But if you agitate that water, again, just the water above the supplement, and you want to see that supplement down below start to break apart, if it's not breaking apart, I would really start to question how good that supplement is. You have to remember that our stomachs are acid, so they are going to eat through a bunch of things. But what you want to have happen as you take that supplement, you want it to break down very easily in the body. You want it to be very bioavailable to the body to get into the bloodstream and get those nutrients that our body so desires. So if that supplement sits in that water and the capsule is still whole, and maybe it's mushed a little, but the capsule's still whole, what did you really just buy? So again, do that test. It takes no time at all, but it might prove to you how good of a quality of a supplement you just purchased. I mentioned this, read your labels if they're on there. That's key number one. If the label's on there, you need to be reading it just like you would your food. And then here are some independent labs that do independent supplement testing, and some of your companies will actually have these on the label. So you can look for United States Pharmaceutica, and that's USP, or the National Sanitation Foundation, which is NSF International. The seal and the words verified by USP or NSF should be right on the label. It's almost like the USDA seal. So you'll see a little seal on the label. That way you know that company's gone the extra mile, paid the extra money to actually have their product independently tested by these two organizations. Other sources of information on supplements include, here are some databases you can dive into. These you can Google, if you would. The Natural Medicines Comprehensive Database, Natural Standard, and the Natural Center for Complementary and Alternative Medicine Database. So those are 3 different resources you can look at. You know, just like the Environmental Working Group, these are places that look at supplements and look at how well companies are doing to meet the standards of getting what people need when they purchase a supplement or a vitamin. That's it for today's episode of Vitamins and Supplements. What should you know? Hopefully it's been helpful for you the next time you go out and you're looking to supplement your dietary needs. I hope that first you know and recognize what your deficiencies are, what you should be looking for as far as working with your primary care physician. Don't get too much of a good thing, because that can have adverse effects on your body. So like this video, share it with your friends and family, and if there's anything I can do to help you with your health journey, please reach out to me. I'm here at the Endeavor Center. My office is here. I'll gladly speak to you. You can send me an email at healthandwellnessbootcamp@gmail.com. Or again, just reach out to me. My phone number's listed there, and I hope to see you next month for episode 9.